Lucas Tracy MMA here, and I'm going to be predicting the UFC 279 co-main event, Tony Ferguson and Li the Leech Jingliang. I'm actually getting a little more excited for this fight as it gets closer because I keep thinking back to Tony's last fight, and he actually did look good until he got knocked out and slept cold. He did look pretty decent, even when he was taken to the ground and Michael Chandler was landing big shots on him. However, I also saw Li Jingliang live, and I saw him knock out Muslim Salikov live at UFC Long Island. And I have seen him put out a lot of guys at 170. I've seen him knock out Ponzinibbio. I've seen him absolutely destroy guys and one-punch knockout plenty of guys at 170. And I believe Li Jingliang is top 3 most knockouts in welterweight history. And that's no fluke. He's not that old. He's a veteran, and Tony Ferguson is old. Tony Ferguson's 37. Or 38. Let's look that up. Is he 37 or is he 38? Let's look that up. Let's see. Tony Ferguson age. Because this matters, 38 years old. Okay? He's 38. He's going to get... Okay, prediction time. He's going to get knocked out. Tony Ferguson is going to get knocked out. I know he will. And I also know that he probably won't retire after this. And I think that oh my God, I'm just going to say it because it's important. He got knocked out cold 3.5 months ago. Knocked out cold. Lying on the floor. Motionless. 3-4 minutes. Tony Ferguson out cold 3.5 months ago. He's now stepping up to welterweight with 3.5 months. This isn't Tony Ferguson taking a couple years off at the age of 30 to build himself up into a welterweight. I know he used to compete at welterweight, but it's different when you've been sucking your body down and losing tons of weight year after year after year after year in your prime years to become a lightweight. It's harder to get back to that welterweight size in 3.5 months, let alone you're going up against Li the Leech Jingliang, who's top 3 most knockouts in welterweight history. Li Jingliang is a big welterweight. Tony Ferguson's been getting ragdolled at 155. Ragdolled by Beneil Dariush. Ragdolled by Charles Oliveira. And I understand Oliveira is amazing. I understand he's the champ. And getting beat by Oliveira, you can still be great. Tony Ferguson, it wasn't the fact that he lost. It wasn't the fact that he lost to Beneil Dariush. It wasn't even the fact that he lost to Justin Gaethje. He has looked slower. He has looked less coordinated. He has looked less athletic, less physically strong in the octagon for the past 3 years. And I'll say it again because the last time I made a Tony Ferguson video, I've said this, but Tony Ferguson started declining in the Cowboy fight. I saw it live. I saw Tony Ferguson's previous performance before that Cowboy fight. I believe it was against Anthony Pettis. Great fight. Tony still had it. Still had that crazy win streak. Just destroyed him. He had adversity, but a lot of Tony fights had adversity in his prime. And he just put it on him. Super fast. Amazing within the close quarters. Just relentless as always. But in that Cowboy fight, even though he pieced Cowboy up and he still has those powerful big hands and he can do damage and he stopped Cowboy, he looked slower. His reaction time was slower. He looked a little funkier in his stand-up. He didn't look like he was all there. And I know that he can lose the first few rounds or whatever, but he can't afford to anymore. After that war with Justin Gaethje, he looked slower. He didn't look as complete. Went to war with Justin Gaethje, and then in the 4th and 5th round got absolutely destroyed. Gaethje took years off of his life. Next thing you know, he's against Oliveira and Beneil Dariush, and he gets ragdolled. Tony Ferguson got treated like he was literally a pillow in those fights. He did not look like he was a 170-pound man in the octagon on those fight nights. He looked as if He was a pillowcase with feathers fighting Charles Oliveira and Beneil Dariush. He didn't look physically strong. Li Jingliang is one of the biggest, believe it or not, welterweights that there is. Look at him. I mean, he's jacked. He has one-punch knockout power. Khamzat Chimaev out destroyed him, and that's just a testament to how much of a monster that Khamzat is. Tony Ferguson is stepping up in weight when he wasn't even big or strong or a physical presence at 155 for the past couple years. At one point, yes, Tony was a specimen at 155. Long reach, had some good muscle, good grappler, but he's a shell of his former self. He's like Mr. Krabs without a shell, and he's going up against one of the biggest punchers at 170. I don't like this fight, and I think that this is how it's going to go down. Tony Ferguson may have that speed advantage. I'm not going to lie to you guys and just be completely biased because I like Tony Ferguson, and I've wanted him to win. I wanted him to beat Charles Oliveira. I wanted him to beat Beneil Dariush. But I don't see him winning, and I'm going to pick the Leech by first round KO, one-punch knockout, straight right hand, over the top, boom, knocks Tony out. I think Tony's going to have success. I think he's going to start to feel himself. He's going to land good shots. He's going to land a couple good combos. He may even have that speed advantage, as I've said. But as soon as the Leech lands a big right hand, he's going down. He hasn't been able to take shots the way he's been able to take them back in the day. He hasn't. Michael Chandler didn't even touch him up that much. He wasn't landing big shots until he did. It took that one big shot, and he went out. Tony Ferguson, after that Gaethje fight, not the same man, not the same toughness, not the same durability. One punch from the Leech is going to put him out. And this, I just know it's going to be a little bit scrappy. The Leech is going to find it and put him out cold, and Tony Ferguson is going to be a sad case on the ground, unfortunately. I wish the Tony and Nate matched up. I just don't see it happening. Li Jingliang, excellent. I think he's underrated as well. I thought Salikov was probably going to win that when I saw them walking out. I don't remember who I picked, but the way the Leech finished him was amazing. I mean, Muslim Salikov is no joke. He's a little older, but the Leech, I mean, this guy is not just a regular welterweight. I see guys saying, it's Tony, bro. Like, they're acting as if the Leech is some unranked, mid-tier guy. He's excellent. He's a great striker. This is going to be a striking match. Tony Ferguson is not going to use his offensive wrestling, and he doesn't use his offensive wrestling. Okay? He doesn't have that offensive wrestling anymore. He doesn't. He doesn't have the strength. Straight up, I'm sorry. It's my prediction. What do you guys think of this fight? I'm looking forward to it because, you know what? It'd be amazing to see Tony win. It'd be amazing to see this go to a decision. I want it to go to a decision. As a Tony Ferguson fan, I want this fight to go to a decision. It's just not. It's not. It may be the first round or maybe the second round. He's getting knocked out. I know it. Anyway, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.